Hey y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex with the Creative Llama. If you see that red live box that's right there, that means I'm live, but if you don't see it, that just means you're catching a replay. So make sure you put hashtag replay. Y'all, we are going to create a big old door tag. This is a 10 by 17 door tag, and it's going to kind of have like a little bit of an Easter theme. We're going to apply a pattern and all the good stuff. So comment the word carrots, CARROTS, and when you comment that word, I will send you a message with everything that I'm using and all the links, okay? And I always do this, but make sure you comment ! notified to get signed up for live notifications. When you comment this, I will get signed up, and then I will, next time I go live, you'll get a message via Facebook Messenger for when I'm live. Okay. Hi, Marcy. Hello. Hi, Dolores. So this was an item that was in my live sale on Sunday, and I cannot wait to do it because we are going to use a brand new transfer that just came out today, and I think y'all are going to love it. So what I did is I went ahead and I base coated. Hi, Trudy. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for sprinkling. Hi, Colleen. I went ahead and base coated my tag white because we're going to do, I kind of mixed up a color. Hold on. I'm just thinking too fast. I want this color to be nice and bright. So sometimes when you're painting on the dark wood, it's going to dull your colors. So if you paint base coat your pieces white, it'll make your colors brighter, okay? So when you pop on, say hey, our keyword tonight is carrots. Comment that keyword and I will send you all of the info, all of the links and everything that you need for tonight. All right, let's get this going, and I'll explain how I mix up the color. So my goal for the color, my goal for the color was to do eggshell blue, which is available again, but only in a paste packet. So I mixed up something that's similar, I guess. So it kind of looks like that. It's a little bit more green than the eggshell blue. Like that's the eggshell blue, but it's a pretty close match in my opinion. It's a pretty close match. And so what I did is I took a bunch of teal and a bunch of white and I mixed it, right? And then I added a little bit of meadow to it to get it to a more greenish color. So I guess this is more of like a mint, but we're probably gonna have to mix up some more. But I wanted to go ahead and use what we had just so y'all could see the color that we're working with. Okay, make sure you comment carrots. Let me go add carrot because a lot of y'all are just commenting carrot and it's not sending you the message. Plural, but I'll add carrot to it. Hold on, let me add that. That way it's not an issue. Add a keyword, carrot. Okay, you can comment carrot or carrots and you should get the message now. Hi, hello y'all. If you are just popping in, say hey, let us know where you're watching from. If this is your first time, let us know. My name is Alex and I live in the San Antonio, Texas area. And I love to come on here. I love to do wood cutouts and show y'all all the crafting stuff. Hello. And we will do a giveaway at the end. So to get entered, all you have to do is hit the heart button, share the video for me, and comment that keyword. So I'm just spraying a little bit of water to kind of thin it out. We are probably going to have to mix up some more of this color, which I will show y'all how to do that here in 1 second. Thank you for sprinkling. Y'all, I keep thinking today's Monday, but it's Tuesday. How is everybody's day? Have you eaten dinner? What did you eat? What are you going to make? Tell me all the things. Talk to me. All right, let me get this top part covered and then we will mix up some more of that color and I'll show you how I did it. Okay. So there's kind of what we have so far. What do we think? Do we like that color? Are we loving it? Are we not? Y'all tell me. All right. So we're going to mix up some more of this color. So I'm going to use teal, white. Thank you for sprinkling. You had Subway, yum. And meadow. Okay, so again, my goal was to kind of get close to this eggshell blue. It's kind of close, you know, I'm experimenting. We're trying it out. So let me grab some stir sticks And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big old clump of the teal and put it into a little plastic cup, okay? A little plastic cup. And then I'm going to take a bunch of white. I'm going to put that in there too. Let's mix this first, and then we will add our touch of green. But while I'm doing that, let me pull up the live because I'm like so behind on comments. So we are just mixing up our own color. That's why I love the paste, is because, I mean, you can do it with acrylic paint too. You can make whatever color you want. But I was trying to go for that eggshell blue, and I got something a little bit greener, which I'm totally okay with. All right, so we need a lot more white. Okay, and we're just gonna mix this in. You can use a color tray, use whatever you have to mix your color, y'all. You don't have to have the plastic little thing like I have. Thank you. Roast potatoes and carrots, and that may need, oh, how fun, Miss Bambi. What else? We had homemade tomato. Ooh, yum, Tammy. Hello. Pretty clear. Pretty clear what? Oh, you mean pretty color? All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add a little bit of green. Not a lot, just a smidge, and we're gonna mix that in, and hopefully we kind of get the same color. You had soup? Sounds like soup was the popular choice tonight. All right, getting this mixed up. Let's pull this back over here. And let's see if we kind of have the similar color we do. When I empty a jar of paste, I know, Miss Stephanie, I thought, duh, Alex, you should have saved those. I think that's pretty close. So we're going to go ahead and keep painting. Let me throw that in here. Let me throw all of these into my cup. Let's close these up and let's keep painting. Cheese and ooh, yum, Miss Darlene. Shrimp and asparagus stir fry. Hi, Miss Yvonne. Hi, Jeannie. A big pork roast with potatoes and carrots. Yum. All right, here we go. It's a little bit darker. Can y'all see that? So I'm gonna add a little bit of white on here. It's a smidge darker. So I'm gonna add a little bit of white into there and just try to lighten it up just a little bit. But we're gonna cover this with a pattern, so if it's not exactly the same color, it's fine. We're not gonna stress about it. Barbecue ribs, dressing, and beans. Hi, Sandra. I have missed you. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I see all your pictures. All right. And then y'all, we are pretty much done with the painting except for one thing. And now we get to do the fun part, is the chalking and then putting it all together. So if you are just popping on, comment the word carrots. And when you comment that word, I will send you a message with everything I'm using. Y'all, this tag is ginormous. It's a 10 by 17, but I thought this could go perfect on a door or on just in your house. It doesn't necessarily have to go on a door. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit here, like so, and I think we're good. It's a smidge darker, but it's fine. But it's fine. Alrighty, let's close all of this up. It might dry a little bit lighter too, we'll see. Let's dry. And then we are going to do, let me show y'all. So if you didn't know, we had a big spring launch. A bunch of our spring and everyday transfers came out, and we're actually gonna use this one. We're gonna use this one, and we're gonna do white, a white pattern. So if you comment the word carrot or carrots, if you wanna go see all the new stuff that just came out, I think it's like the third link in the message, and it'll just take you to the website, and it'll take you directly to the page where all the new stuff is, and you can just check it out. I know. Hi, Laura. But we got to make sure that this is completely dry. Actually, I lied. We're not done with the painting. we're gonna put this to the side because we gotta paint our carrots. So we're gonna get 2 giant carrots, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie to you. We're gonna paint these really quickly, and I'm just gonna take orange peel to paint my carrots. Now you could base coat these white as well if you wanted them to be nice and bright, but I'm not gonna worry about it. We are just gonna get them painted. Thank you for sprinkling. The link didn't work. Which link? Which link, Miss Marcy? To the cutout. There's like 5 different links in there, so tell me which link it is, and then I can try to go fix it. All right. There's carrot number 1. Oh, heck, y'all. All right, so we don't have to paint both the carrots. We just have to paint the left one. So I'm gonna do that really quickly. Carrots are school. Hi, Patricia. Carrots. It should work. Oh, when you comment the word carrot. I don't know. Did anybody else not get the message? Don't tell me. All right, let's get this on here. If you need the link, Miss Marcy, I can send it to you afterwards. Carrot, now it's not working. Hold on. Y'all, this is what I get. It should be working. I got the message. Okay, there we go. It looks like it's just delayed. Did you get it now, Marcy? Got it? All right. Now we're gonna go in with the green part, and then we get to do the fun stuff. Carrots. Try just carrot, Marcy. Who knows what's happening? Who the heck knows? I'm gonna try to wipe this off because I meant to just do the sage right there, or the color we're about to use. So I'm gonna go in using the color Sage to paint the green part. I really need to get, yes, you do, Miss Tammy. This glass mat has been my favorite craft room purchase of all time. More than my wireless glue gun, more than anything else. This glass mat, it's linked in my Amazon storefront. So when you comment carrots, there's a button at the bottom that says Amazon favorites. Click on that and it is linked in there. Okay, carrot number 1. My other mat, yeah. Ah, y'all, I swear, I'm like off today. I thought I had it all together, and then I'm over here just sticking my paintbrush in colors that it's not supposed to go in. I apologize, y'all. Alrighty, now we're almost done with the painting. I think after we do everything, we only have 2 things left to paint, and then we're done. Okay? I think they didn't. What? I spelled it correctly. Yeah. I don't know. This is Sage. Y'all, who knows? Miss Marcy, did you get the message yet? Alrighty. So let's get this completely covered. We'll get cleaned up. We'll dry our tag, and then we will chalk on the tag. So remember, I'm not painting this side of the carrot because we have another piece, the other carrot that we just painted, that is going to go right on top of there. So we don't have to paint it unless you absolutely want to. I'm not going to, just for time, but you can if you want to. You did. Oh, they didn't. Oh, I see. Hi, Patty. No. Okay, Marcy, I'll send you the message after my live. This was doing it to somebody else last night too, so I'm not quite sure what is going on. All right, let's pull our tag back out here. Let's dry this. This needs to be completely dry before we do anything else. Because if we put our sticky transfer on top of here, it is going to pull up all of that paint, and we definitely do not want that. Okay. You sure can, Miss Robbie. Oh, I totally forgot to mention. Y'all, if you order from the launch today and you order on my site, make sure you check the VIP group because there are some giveaways that are happening for those of you who order on my site. So you sure can, Miss Robbie. If you need help, just send me a message with what you want and I'll get it ordered for you. Oh, you look for the glass mat and it's saying unavailable, not in stock. I know, Miss Carol, but then I have to change it every night. It's just easier to say it. It's just easier to say it. Okay, so this has got to be completely dry. And it's a little thick down here, so that's why I always suggest like thin out your paste when you're painting, because if it's thick, it's gonna take a while to dry. So let's get this as dry as we can. I really don't want the transfer to pull up the color, and it still might. Okay, I think we're good. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's grab our wax. Thank you, Miss Lynette. I tried to recreate eggshell blue, but I think I got something a little bit greener. It's okay. All right, so we're gonna take a little bit of wax and we are just going to put wax all over our surface. Okay, all over our surface, like so. And there it is. Okay, so if you're just hopping on, I mixed two colors. I didn't mix enough of the top color. Hi, Dion. And I mixed it again and I got something a little bit darker, which it's gonna be okay because this big old transfer is gonna cover up most of that, so you probably won't even see it. Hi, Pat. Okay, so this transfer is called the Spring Bunnies pattern. And this guy is brand spanking new. So it is an 18 by 18 transfer. I always suggest if you're gonna grab the pattern transfers to grab two. That way you have one that can be the big 18 by 18. And then you also have one that you can cut up into different sizes. That way, hi Tammy, you just got your link. Okay, so it's a little bit delayed. That way, your second one that you purchase, you can cut up into different sizes. So like for smaller projects, you wouldn't have to pull out a big giant transfer. Hi, Miss Debbie. So that's typically what I do with my patterns is I usually buy two. One to keep big and then others to just cut up little pieces. Thank you for sprinkling. Yes, y'all, anytime y'all can comment and hit the heart button and share the video, that helps me out a great deal. Even if you never purchase and you just always watch, that's a great way to support me. So this is a 10 by 17 tag. This is a Big Mama. This is a Big Mama transfer and a Big Mama tag. Hi, Judy. Yeah, Miss Tammy, it's something that I really like because I hate having to take out this big old transfer for a small project. You know what I mean? And then trying to clean it for something small, I'm like, I just don't want to do it. So that's something that I suggest. Okay, so what I did here is I just lifted up the transfer and I put my surface in between my transfer and my backer sheet. Hi, Roxanne. That way I'm not fighting the transfer on my glass mat or whatever surface you're trying to put it on. That way it kind of just all stays together. What I'm going to do now is I am going to push down and make sure that this transfer is totally flat against my surface. You can take a small squeegee and just kind of push out the air bubbles. But I think it's pretty flat, and we're going to do the pattern in white. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Sandy. Miss Sandy, how are you feeling? All right. So I'm just going to put a bunch of white on there because we can always put what we don't use back in our jar. And we're just going to swipe this across. Okay. Y'all, this pattern is so cute. I actually need to buy a second one to cut up into different sizes. I didn't get to that. Hi, Berta. Alrighty. Swiping this across. Now you do want to work somewhat quickly because you don't want your paste to dry in your silk screen, because if it dries in there, it's going to make your design look a little patchy and rustic, and I don't want that with this. I want this to be nice and solid, so I need a little bit more paste. I know it would make a really cute pillow. You're right, Miss Marcy. You're absolutely right. It would make a gorgeous pillow, especially if you got really detailed and did everything in individual colors rather than just one. That'd be really pretty. All right, so what I'm doing here is I've got everything covered. Now I'm going to go through and pick up all the extra paste that's sitting on top of my transfer. It looks like I got most of it. We don't want that sitting there. All right, y'all ready? It would look cute on a shirt. Good, I'm glad. Hi, Julie. All right, I already see a little spot down here that didn't get covered. All right. I'm really worried about this transfer pulling up some of the color. It is sticking really well to the surface. It did pull up some of the color, but that's okay because we're going to cover it up with the carrots. Okay, pull that off. Bam. Look at that. What do y'all think? Let me throw this down here. And what I'll do after my live is I will take that to the bathtub and I'll clean it. It's just easier to clean it that way. But I'm going to spray a little bit of water and check it out, y'all. So like right here, it did pull up a little bit of the color. So that tells me that my paste wasn't completely dry right there. Isn't that so cute? I am obsessed. Y'all, that is adorable. Thanks, Miss Trudy. Thanks, Tammy. Yeah, so it did pull up the color that I put down. That tells me, like I just said, that tells me that right there my paste or my paint wasn't completely dry. Hi, Diane. Yay, Miss Sharon, you ordered this pattern. Thank you, Miss Darlene. But we got to make sure that this is dry because then next we're going to kind of put it all together and then we're going to see what color we should paint this. I'm kind of thinking the welcome should be in Storm. What do y'all think? I know, patterns are my favorite. The patterns are absolutely my favorite. But if y'all hang out till the end, I'll show y'all some of the new stuff. I have it all. I won't show you everything, but I'll show you a lot of it. All right. Turn that off. And let's kind of put this together and see what we think. Okay. I don't know now that I have it if I love the background color. But we'll check it out. We'll just put it together and we'll see what we think. So I went ahead and I did some pre-painting just to save us some time because we would have been here forever if I had painted everything. Thank you. All right. What do we think? I kind of wish the background color would have been a different color. That's okay though. It's still cute. I'm still gonna go with it. Ah! Y'all, I'm telling you, I am off tonight. I'm like nervous. I don't know what's with me. Okay, let's paint this really quickly and then we're gonna put it all together. Thank you, Miss Patty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I don't know, what color would y'all have done the background differently? What color would y'all have done differently? I think, or you know what we could do? Should we cover the green the sage with a darker green, would that make it look better, you think? I think it would make it look better, but that's just me. No, it's very pretty, so keep it. I think, yes. So change the sage. Yeah. Because I think the light green and the light color background kind of just all mix in. Okay, yeah, darker green. Okay. So let me paint our word really quickly. I'm going to paint this in Storm. Okay, now, if you comment the word carrot and you check out the chalk products that I'm using, I put a ton of colors in there. Feel free to add and subtract whatever you don't want. But if you are going to make a purchase tonight, make sure you check out the VIP group before you do, because there's some giveaways happening in there if you purchase. But if you just want the transfer and the cutout, I will post a kit as well. I like to do that to save you a little bit of money from having to order from 2 different websites. So just save you some money on shipping. All right, let me get this. Y'all, it's been a day. It's been a day. But great news is I'm already starting to ship out live sale orders. So if you purchase for my live sale, all invoices were sent, and I'm starting to already ship those out. I finally got myself caught up and feel like I can breathe with orders again. There for a while, it was a little overwhelming. All right, there's our welcome. I'm gonna paint this guy in Storm. If you're commenting, if I missed your comment, please comment it again. I'm not like purposely ignoring you. I'm just trying to get this painted. All right, let's wipe this up. Y'all, I'm such a messy painter. I watch these people who paint so nicely. Hi, Inez. Who paint so nicely and it doesn't ever get all over their hands like it does me. And, you know, their nails are perfect, and that's not me. I know, Miss Melinda. Put a highlight with darker green two-tone. I'm afraid, I just think, I get what you're saying. We are going to add some accents to it, but I think the green just needs to be darker. I think it would look better. You're a messy painter. Hi, Francis. All right, let's paint this again, y'all. I'm sorry. Trial and error around here. Down to earth, that's what makes you. Thank you, Miss Lynette. I always try to be real with you. I always try to show you all the good, the bad, and the ugly. Clearly, like I have butterfingers tonight, I'm dropping everything. Not messy, just real. Y'all are funny. All right, so I'm gonna go in with Meadow. See, butterfingers. I'm gonna go with Meadow, and let's just make this, yeah, a little bit darker. Let's see. Do you like the darker green? Hi, Jenny. Do we like the darker green? I think so. No fun if you don't get messy. Miss Jeannie is saying yes. Okay. Yes, okay. Darker green. Y'all are awesome. And then what we'll do is we'll go in and we'll add some accents to the carrots once we have it all like kind of put together. And then we'll kind of make it a little bit more whimsical and fun. So taking my Meadow, I'm not thinning this out because my Meadow, for whatever reason, is a little bit more on the runny side. So perfect. Now it looks like a real carrot. Hi, Sharon. Alrighty. We'll get this completely covered. There we go. And then it's going to be time to put it together. We'll dry everything, hit it with the dryer one more time, and then we're going to be good. That green is perfect for the carrot top. Hi, Angela. Yeah, I wanted to do a lighter color, which I think it would have been fine had my background not been a light blue green. So I feel like it kind of blended in a little too much for my liking. And I think that the meadow is going to look much better. All right. I got a question for y'all. Hi, Lee. Hi, Tammy. So typically I do my live sales on Sundays, right? But this Sunday is Super Bowl, right? I'm pretty sure it's Super Bowl. Do we still do a live sale on Super Bowl Sunday? Okay. Or do we push it to Monday? What do y'all think? If we do it on Sunday, we could do it an early afternoon before the game starts, or we could keep it at our normal time. Monday. That's kind of what I was thinking, was Monday. Okay, Monday. Because I know some people go to like Super Bowl parties and have family over. Or do different things, and so I don't want y'all to miss it. Who are y'all rooting for in the Super Bowl? Chiefs or the 49ers, right? Those are the two teams. Y'all, I know nothing about football. I have no clue what's happening in football. So I'm just pretending like I know what I'm talking about. All right. This needs to be dry Monday. Okay. 49ers, Chiefs, 49ers, Dallas Cowboys. Chiefs all the way. All right. I think we're pretty much dry for the most part. Let's pull out our tag. Y'all, and you can't even really tell that my background color are two different shades. Chiefs, 49ers, commercials, Miss Lee, that's what I'm talking about. I don't even think I'll probably even watch it, to be honest with you. I doubt I'll even watch it. Neither am a Cowboys fan. All right. Let's lay all this out. And we will go through on the carrots and we'll add some fun details to it. But let's just get everything laid out. That way. My goodness, it doesn't want to move with me. There we go. Okay. I probably should have painted one of these flowers purple instead of another shade of pink, but we're just going to go with it. All right. And like so. Clydesdales, just party because I'm not rooting for either team. Just want my pool. That exactly, Miss Jamie. Just watch the halftime show. You just like the halftime show. When my background looks that good, I don't like to cover it. Alrighty. So here's what we have. Let's start gluing. Okay. So I'm going to glue my welcome first. That way, I can kind of move everything based off of that. Me too. I think they said Usher is supposed to perform. I like him. Thanks, Miss Diane. All right. Little bit of stick fast glue. Y'all, make sure you RSVP'd for my live sale that's happening on the 21st. If you commented the keyword, I think it's the last link. It's one of the last links in the message. Just make sure you go RSVP because we're going to have a bunch of retired chalk stuff. And I posted a picture of a transfer that I'm going to have up that is a highly sought after transfer. Like, I get questions all the time about this transfer. All right, we're going to move all of this off. Thank you. I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm not loving the background color with the carrots. I don't know what it is. It is a 10 by 17, Miss Diane. So it's a big girl. I love the background color in general, but I don't love it with the carrots. But maybe what we can do is kind of distress the edges. Puppy bowl, that's what I'm talking about, Miss Pat. I love the puppy bowl. maybe we can antique the edges a little bit to kind of make it look a little, I don't know, better. All right, let's glue this on top. So if you want the tag to create your own, it is $21. It's a big girl, okay? It's a 10 by 17 tag. So this would go perfect on a door. It is $21. So if you do want the cutout by itself, you can just comment, I want one, and I'll send you an invoice. Or if you want the kit, like the transfer and all of that, make sure you're in my VIP group and I will post the kit after the live. All right. I'm trying to see where the glue goes. Here we go, right here. Yeah, I love the puppy bowl. I remember watching that in college. Yes to distress, okay. All right, we're gonna go in with this. Yeah, I definitely should have painted probably that background flower a purple, but you know, it is what it is. I'm excited for those of you who get this or who have purchased this. I'm excited to see what y'all create with it. All right, I am going to take one of my little sponges and apply the glue that way. That way I'm not getting glue everywhere, but you know what? I should have done it on this guy because my glue kind of seeped out and that's not the look I'm wanting. Okay, so I like to do this to apply a little bit of glue to the back. That way it doesn't kind of seep through and like push out underneath the cutout. There we go. All right, and then the button. So I painted this flower in peony and I painted the button and the other flower in coral. I don't know what they're called, Miss Diane, but if you go to my Amazon storefront, if you commented the word carrots, there's a button that says Amazon favorites. Click on that. And then the sponges will be under the glue section. It'll be under the glue section. And I shouldn't have done that. Let's glue the little ring. Now the cool thing is, y'all, you can put a rope on this and hang it. Or you can just kind of set it against something and let it just sit in your house. It doesn't have to go on your door. Okay. So, okay, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. The background color is just not working. I don't know. It's just not my favorite. All right, let's antique the edges. Let me grab this. Okay. And I think we're going to go, what do we think? I think I'm going to do walnut stain. So I like this Distress Oxide. I'm going to get a little finger dauber. And we are going to add some like little accents to the carrots. But I think, should we distress or should we leave it? Y'all tell me, distress or leave? Or add the accents first and see. I feel like I'm just rhyming over here. What do y'all think? Alex, paint a few ridges in your carrots and that color blue in your background. On the carrot? Distress, distress, and add accents. Okay. Sorry, y'all, that I went quiet. I just want to make sure that I'm concentrating. I feel like this, there we go. Accents first, yeah. We're gonna add the accents first to make sure we like it. And I'm using a Posca paint pen. What do we think? I like it so far. I'm gonna go in with my, yes, okay. This is where I get a little nervous, y'all. Okay. Okay, it's kind of coming together. The accents are making it. You think it's cute, you like the background color. Okay. Girl, I'm so crafty. Me? I'm crafty? You're so nice. We're gonna do this all the way around. All right. Y'all, this, like, adding accents like this is not my forte, okay? I am learning as I go. So if you're like an accent adder expert, don't judge me. All right. What do we think? Do we like that? I think I want to add some dots in between. What do we think? Does it need anything else? Leave it. So tell me, okay, should I leave it? Hold on, I'm trying to think about how to ask y'all. Thanks, Miss Emily, for commenting exclamation point notify. You'll get a notification tomorrow when I go live. Okay, leave it or add distressing? Or should we add some accents to the welcome? Leave it. Okay. Ah! Y'all, my little thing, I knew that was going to happen. This thing popped off. Nope, it's perfect. Leave it. So, thanks, Miss Emily. So, do we distress? A few dark lines in the carrot. Oh, girl, Miss Francis. Y'all got me to do the accents. I'm afraid if I do the lines, I'm going to mess it up. Accents on your welcome. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. I feel like it needed a little something, something. Let's see. I need something on the O. All right. Sorry, y'all. That look better? Scatter dark lines. Oh, y'all. This is a Posca paint pen. This is a Posca paint pen. They're also linked in my Amazon storefront. They're just a paint pen. Accent down, carrot. Oh, girl, you know. Much. I'm guessing Miss Francis is telling me it's too much. Looks great. Okay, so I'm going to leave it the way that it is. I'm afraid if I add lines to the carrots right now, I'm going to mess it up. That's what I'm really, really afraid of right now. So I'm going to leave it this way, but if you want to add the lines to it yourself, you totally can. Y'all, I'm having like deja vu right now. It's like weird. I feel like I've dreamed that I've done this. Weird. So there it is, y'all. So when you comment the word carrot or carrots, my page will send you a message with a link to the cutout. It'll send you a message to all the chalk stuff I'm using. But if you want the transfer and the cutout and save a little bit money on shipping, make sure you're in the VIP group, because I will post the kit for you. What will happen is I'll order the transfer for you, and then when I get it, I will ship everything. I'll ship your cutout and your transfer together. Okay. So let's pick a winner for our giveaway. So hit that heart button. If you haven't done so, please share the video. And you can also join my VIP group in that message. When you comment carrots, there'll be a button that says join my free groups. Just click on that. Thank you. It was another bit of a longer live tonight. It was a little bit of a longer live. I normally try to keep it at 30 minutes, but you know, it is what it is. All right, let me refresh and let's pick a winner for a $5 coupon. Now, go check the VIP group for giveaways for today only. I have some gift cards to give away from the end of the month, last month. So we will probably do all of that on Friday. All right, here we go. We're going to pick a winner. 1, 2, 3. Miss Emily Goodwin. I want to say Godwin. Emily Goodwin. Emily Goodwin. I didn't get no message after I had done commented. Miss Dolores, check your message requests. But there it is, y'all. Miss Emily, if you're here, say here. If not, I'll pick someone else. But I actually think we kind of brought it together. I'm still not crazy about the background color for this coloring. But I do love the background color in general. But so if you do want just the cutout, it's $21. You can just comment, I want one, and I'll send it to you. Yay, Miss Emily. It is a 10 by 17. So, I mean, it's quite large, y'all. It's a big one. So, Miss Emily, do me a huge favor. Send a message to the page saying like, hey, I won, and then I will send you your coupon code to use towards your next order, okay? All right, y'all, I'm going to hop off of here. I'm going to go eat some dinner, but y'all have a great rest of your night, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.